Coming up on this episode of NPS Now, a familiar face was sworn in as our new superintendent. Middle school students learn about Norfolk Technical Center. And elementary students travel to college for ODU Education Day. In our third segment, we'll discuss the district's partnership with MEAC. Plus, Steve Supmeller with sports. All that and more next on NPS Now. Hello and welcome to NPS Now, your source for news and information about Norfolk Public Schools. I'm your host, Karen Tanner. And on December 1st, Dr. Melinda Boone was sworn in as Norfolk Public Schools Superintendent in front of family, friends, and staff members. After 8 years of service at NPS, she left the division in 2009 to become superintendent of Worcester Public Schools in Massachusetts, but has now returned home to lead here in Norfolk. She likened her first day back to a family reunion and made it clear what's most important to her.
Giving back to a community and to a district that has given so much to me, and most importantly, making a difference in the lives of the children of this community. You know, children said to me, some youth said to me one time, we're not just the leaders of tomorrow, we're the leaders of today. And we have a responsibility to develop today's leaders in a strong fashion, and I'm excited to be able to do that.
School board members, city leaders, and community members met with state and federal legislators at the Town Point Club in November to talk about the school system's legislative priorities. Following a detailed presentation about the state of the district, there was a discussion on everything from teacher compensation to the funding of the new Regional Pathways Career Center.
It's great. It's great to bring your local elected, state elected officials, and then your federal representatives all together to hear about what the priorities are for Norfolk Public Schools so that we're all working on the same page and advocating for the same thing.
It was great, a lot of energy, a lot of stakeholders from the community, from various associations, the school board and legislators like myself coming together to talk about Norfolk's future, our kids, our resources, our scholars. And I think it's a great opportunity to share ideas and best thoughts.
Well, it's important, especially this time of year, as we're facing a budget season, right? So what we want to do is, before the folks go back to Richmond for the General Assembly, and as budgets are being crafted, not just ours here at the local level, but at the state level, it's important for all of us to identify the needs and the priorities so that we can really match the needs and the priorities so that we're better equipped for not only next school year, but in the many, many years to come. This is not just a one-year look, this is a long-term vision.
Middle school students from around the district got a first-hand look at what Norfolk Technical Center has to offer during their middle school visitation week. Each group of students visited 3 classes where they learned about the curriculum and participated in fun, hands-on activities. Although NTC is for juniors and seniors only, it's important for these young people to know all of their educational options before entering high school.
We want them to know what's available. A lot of students will have our high school visitation days in February, but a lot of students don't know what we have here. We have 19 different programs going on. They're rigorous, they're relevant to success in college and workplace. So it's important that we expose them to it early so that they know that when they get to high school, they can start planning their schedule so that they will be able to come in their junior year.
Granby High School's Boys and Girls in Engineering held their 3rd annual Lunch and Learn in the Media Center at the school. The Lunch and Learn event showcases various projects the engineering students have been working on and also helps them gain sponsors for upcoming engineering competitions.
Like this specific program at Granby, I think Granby is like one of the best schools in the city because of this program that they have. And it just, with even just like networking, it helps you put yourself out there and like make yourself more professional, so it's an awesome experience.
Well, this mainly helped me put like my hands on what we're learning in the class, which helped me learn what we're learning and then put it onto materials and ROVs and get it at actually like a physical aspect of what we're learning in the class.
Robin Leichnen, a 2015 graduate of Granby High School and the French American School of Norfolk, received a prestigious academic award in November. The Mission Lac Française, which is a French educational organization, awarded him 2,500 euros for his high grades and passing the French baccalaureate. Although it was difficult to attend both schools at once, Robin has certainly benefited from graduating from both.
Well, I think the partnership, it's an incredible partnership between Norfolk Public Schools and the French American School of Norfolk. Well, it's like the best of the two together, and it does produce students like the one we're going to award, the prize today.
Well, I got the 2 diplomas, so that was really nice. It was hard because it was a lot of work, because when Americans are done with school, we still have French classes, so that was hard.
Robin is currently a freshman at Old Dominion University. As part of the nationwide Super Bowl High School Honor Roll Initiative, former Lake Taylor football stars and Super Bowl champions Tommy Graves, Amos Lawrence, and Marvin Mitchell visited their alma mater to present a commemorative golden football to Principal Dr. Reba Jacobs-Miller. This event recognizes schools and communities that contributed to Super Bowl history and positively impacted the game of football. Our elementary students recently helped field the Ted Conson Center for Old Dominion University's Education Day basketball game. Over 7,000 students in grades 3 through 5 watched the Lady Monarchs defeat Loyola 64-41. Prior to the game, new Superintendent Dr. Melinda Boone was presented with the game ball. Music students at James Monroe Elementary got a real treat in November. 10 brand new violins. The violins were paid for thanks to Donors Choose, an organization that allows individuals and businesses to donate money online to fund school projects. Getting these new violins clearly meant a great deal to these students and their teacher.
Well, I couldn't stop crying yesterday, if that would tell you anything. I teach these kids from kindergarten on up, and when they come to me and want to take strings and I don't have enough instruments and I have to turn them away, it really hurts. So now I have 10 more kids that I can take each year and 10 less I have to turn away. So I'm really excited about that.
Larry Moore Elementary hosted a literacy and English as a second language night in November. The event featured stations where families listened to stories, learned about ESL, talked to Norfolk Public librarians, and discovered more ways to encourage their children to read at home.
Tonight at Larry Moore Elementary, we're having our family reading, ESL, and book fair night. It's important for our students to have a family ESL and book fair night to encourage them to have the love for reading, that they love researching, and that they always have a passion for reading. So we want to make sure that we bridge the gap between the home and the school so the parents can join in and help reiterate read, read, read to their students at home.
24 recruits from the Norfolk Sheriff's Office were sent to Richard Bolin Elementary to help out and participate in instruction. Following instruction time, students got a chance to ask the recruits questions about becoming a sheriff's deputy and what they do on the job. Students and staff members at Terrellton Elementary honored local veterans and current military personnel from their community for Veterans Day. The students cheered as military members, past and present, paraded through the hallways. After the parade, they were treated to a delicious breakfast next door at the Terrellton Recreation Center.
We are having our Veterans Day parade and breakfast, and we are so excited to be honoring and participating in Veterans Day in this very special way. It's been a great pleasure to work with our volunteers to prepare for today and really give us an opportunity to say thank you to the veterans.
I come to visit my daughter for Veterans Day parade. She was a part of the little committee to help feed people, so I told her I would come. It was a nice way to show the appreciation for military and veterans, just to be able to appreciate their freedom. I think it's a good thing.
Students in Ruffner Academy's Young Scholars Program learned all about heart health thanks to a special grant from the American Heart Association. Dr. Robert Lancey from Bon Secours Heart and Vascular Center at Maryview spoke extensively to students about the dangers of alcohol and tobacco and the importance of exercise and good eating habits. If you have any great story ideas or events happening at your school, please be sure to contact us at NPS_news@NPSK12.com. Coming up next, NPS Sports with Steve Supmiller. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to NPS Now. I'm Steve Supmiller, Senior Coordinator of Athletics. Today in the studio we have two student athletes, Shane Limbaugh from Maury High School and Bryce Gatling from Norfolk High School. Welcome.
Hi, how's it
Thank
going?
you. Yeah. Guys, we got you down here because you guys had a successful volleyball season, and we want to talk about volleyball and kind of put volleyball in the forefront for athletics right now. And you two had a lot to do with that. Shane, let's start with you. Talk about your season a little bit.
The season was really good. I think we accomplished a lot, and we showed really that Maury is not to be dismissed as a volleyball school, because we did really well, and we showed that we can be better than everybody else thought we were. I mean, we got to the state semifinal, we're down by 2. Everybody was like, oh, Maury's gonna lose. Came back, won 3 sets, and we're in the state final, and that's the first time that's ever happened to Maury.
Okay, so with your season, what kind of awards did you were honored with during the season?
I got a couple of tournament MVPs, and then I got first team all Tidewater, and I got co-conference player of the year, and first team all conference, and I think that's it.
And Bryce, let's talk a little bit about you. Tell us about your awards, and then talk a little bit about Norview High School.
Well, I got second team all Tidewater, second team all regional, first team all conference, and for my team, Norview, we did pretty good this year. You know, a lot of people are new, and we still did fairly well. We're just one game short of the playoffs, but besides that, we grew as a season, as a team, and throughout the season we progressed and got a lot better. And I'm really proud of everybody there because.
All right, you had some success.
Yeah.
Some of your success has gained you a scholarship. Talk about the scholarship that you got.
Oh,
where are you going?
The scholarship I got. I'm just really blessed to have it, you know, being like the first kid, and from my school to get a volleyball scholarship is a big thing, and I just really worked hard at it. I didn't like back talk to my coaches. I really took all the advice I can get from everybody who gave me advice, and I just took all that and ran with it, and it got me a scholarship to Mason.
And that's George Mason, right?
George Mason, yep.
All right, congratulations. Shane, what about you?
I will not be receiving a scholarship per se for athletics, but I will be getting academic money.
Okay, great.
And I'm going to Marymount up in Arlington.
All right. And well, you'll both be near each other in college. How
so
about
close.
that?
Yeah, we play each other pretty much every week.
So let's talk a little bit about how you got involved in volleyball. You know, a lot of people play t-ball, then little league, and then they play college or high school baseball and move on. You guys are volleyball players. So what's the path for somebody that may want to get into volleyball and have that as their sport? Shane, go ahead.
I mean, the way I started playing volleyball was I was in middle school. I was in the 6th grade, and I wasn't doing anything off season for baseball because I used to play baseball, and my mom said, all right, you have to do something in the off season, and she said you can either be in chess club or you can play volleyball. So I went with volleyball.
Good choice.
Yeah, and from there on it just kind of became, I really like this sport, and so I started phasing out baseball and started to play more volleyball. And I just, you know, found events and things that I could go to. Like my first volleyball event ever was Halloween, and it was down at TVA, which is where we play constantly. And I mean, I just fell in love with it, and all the people there were so nice, and everybody was like, you should come play club. And I mean, that's really the first step for
Now,
anybody.
what middle school did you play for in Norfolk?
Well, I played for Blair.
Okay, and they had a pretty good run when you were there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when we won citywide championships.
All right, great.
Middle school.
Bryce, what about, how'd you get involved in it?
I really got into it because of my sister. She's a D1. She was a D1 volleyball player, and I kind of follow off of her because I used to play different sports like tennis and soccer and football and all those sports. And then my sister was like, play volleyball for 1 year, and I was like, you know what? Might as well. And I played my 8th grade year, and I was like, I really like volleyball. So I got into high school. I started playing then, and actually in 8th grade, I met Shane at Blair. We played them. He tried to get me to come to the club. And I was like, I'm not going to come to the club. Yeah. And then my freshman year, I met Daniel Carroll. He's the Bayside head coach, and he got me to play for his club for 2 years. And then I came to Coastal with Shane. And from there, I got my scholarship. And
So it sounds like the club route is how you get really involved, and you're attracted. Good coaches are there, and you really are taught some skills at the club level. So is that?
That's definitely true. I mean, if you really like, it's just like if you really like any other kind of sport, you know, you find ways to play it all the time. And I mean, that's what club ball is. It's 6 months of going and playing volleyball like every other weekend and just having a good time.
Okay. So Bryce, this is for the viewers. Talk about your position in volleyball and talk about volleyball.
Okay.
Right?
Well, I'm a middle hitter, so if you want to get like at the net, I'm in the middle of the court. I'm usually the tallest guy. Usually are fast paced, more blocking wise and stuff like that. And I don't really pass much. That's what the outsides and right sides and back row do. But middles usually play just front row, or sometimes they serve and get subbed out, or sometimes they play back row, depending on how good they are.
Okay. How about Shane? Shane, we watched you, for 4 years now, and you hit the ball extremely hard. So talk about that.
I play outside on the court. So, I mean, an outside job is always to generate kills and get points or put the other team out of system. And my coaches always used to tell me that because I was so much shorter than everyone, you had to hit the ball really hard and you had to be better than everyone else. You had to not get blocked as often. So I really took that to heart and was just like, well, I guess if I'm little, I might as well be the best at hitting and just obliterate people.
Well, you definitely have a powerful stroke. All right, time to talk about this guy.
Ooh.
Tell us why he's so good.
I feel Bryce is really good because he just, he really gets all the way to the ball all the time. Like, no matter where the setter is on the court, Bryce is always right next to him. And I mean, Bryce closes blocks. Like in club, when we block, I think our block is probably the biggest block there is because we go up and our hands will sometimes like cross to prevent seam hits, which is just like where people usually gain most of their kills. And I don't think a lot of people get through us, do they? Not very often.
Bryce, how about Shane? What makes Shane a special player?
Shane is a special player because he's just great. Like he's little, but it doesn't matter. Like regardless, he jumps so high and he's kind of like reliable. Like he's kind of like the person on the team you can rely to in anything. He's a good passer, a good hitter. He does anything you want him to do, and he's really nice. And I really like that because, a lot of people are kind of like bullies and stuff like that. Not really bullies, but Shane's always that one kid who's always smiling, is always having a good time. And,
and we've noticed that. Okay, so, Norfolk volleyball has done fairly well in the last couple of years since we've gone to this new format in the Virginia High School League. Talk about some of that respect that the volleyball teams have in Norfolk, and can it continue? Shane, we'll let you answer that.
I feel like we've earned a lot of respect, and I mean, it can continue because, I mean, once you have respect, it's really hard to get rid of it, especially for what we've done. We did something, I mean, Maury personally has done something that has never happened before in the history, I think, of Maury volleyball. And I mean, as long as everybody steps up and sees that we have the potential to continue to earn respect from the beach schools, I think we will.
Okay. Bryce, can Norview continue their strides?
Oh yeah, and not even Norview or Maury. I think all Norfolk's team has to continue to grow because, as a city, we need to keep growing as a volleyball program and get better to compete with the beach schools and keep going to states and regional stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Shane, you're going to college. What are you going to major in?
I'm going to major in general biology with a minor in education because I always wanted to be a teacher for a long time, and I really love biology. And I mean, that education background frees me up in case volleyball doesn't work out, and then I can coach and teach and do what I love to do.
Okay, great. Bryce, how about you?
I want to major in environmental science because I want to help the environment. I want to live a sustainable life and stuff like that, and impact the community in a positive way.
Okay, guys, we thank you for coming down here. We know you guys were energetic and put volleyball back where it needs to be. And we look forward to watching you and following you in college, and good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Thank you. More NPS Now after this.
Welcome back to NPS Now. With me now is Sonia Steels, the Senior Associate Commissioner for MEAC. welcome to NPS Now.
Thank you, Karen. Great
It's
to
a
see you.
joy and a pleasure to have you come on every year to talk about Read with MEAC.
Thank you. My
And I
pleasure.
understand we're going into our 4th year
Yes.
with MEAC and participating with this, which is the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. Correct.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
that's what makes MEAC.
Yes.
And so why is it so important for MEAC to partner here with Norfolk Public Schools for this tournament?
Well, it's always a pleasure to partner with Norfolk Public Schools so that we can connect with the community. It's very important that education comes first, educating student athletes for the game of life. So that's kind of the part of, one of the things that we kind of push for as far as the MEAC is concerned.
So why was Norfolk chosen?
Norfolk, because Norfolk is our host city for our basketball tournament, so what better school system to partner with than Norfolk Public Schools.
Why do you think it's important to bring this Read with MEAC program here with the city that is hosting it?
Well, we want to make an impact. The MEAC doesn't want to come into the city and just want people to come into the games, but we want to make an impact to the city. And I think reading education is one of the things that we want to leave a mark with.
And so this competition is going to kick off December 14th?
Yes.
So what is that going to look like? How does it work?
Well, it's a partnership with Achieve 3000. It's an online reading writing program. So selected elementary and middle school students will participate, and what they'll do is whoever achieves the most online usage on Achieve 3000 will win prizes, and so we hope that not only do they win prizes, but they win as far as education is concerned.
So how does Achieve 3000 work?
Basically, Achieve 3000 is an online program where students will do programs online, whether it's reading or writing, and then with that they gain points, and with those points then that's when they determine who wins the contest.
And so since this is our 4th year, we've had a lot of great participation with that over the years.
Wonderful participation. I think it's such heartwarming when you see the students, the top readers, when they win and then they come and they're recognized, the great achievement, and then their parents, their great joy and proud moments when they see their students achieve such a great thing.
Right, and I believe we have 8 schools participating this go around.
Yes, we are very excited about that.
So how are you going to select these 8 winners?
Well, based off the usage of the Achieve 3000 program, the highest points will win $1,000. $1,500. Then the second place winner will receive $1,000, and then the third place will receive $500. The class with the most points will receive $1,000. So all through Achieve 3000, so we partner with them to kind of figure out who's going to be the winners.
That's exciting. So it's 8 schools competing for those top prizes.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, and this is cash, check?
Cash check.
Yes. And they can use it for whatever?
For whatever purposes that they deem necessary. I think it's great when we have a classroom, so the teacher can use it to whatever they want to use it for. So I think that's a great part of it.
How do you think the response has been over these years?
It's been a great response. You can see we've had, for the last, I want to say three years, we've had the same winner, school, Willoughby, class to win. And it seems like they have a little competition or a little challenge, with each other. So it's very great and very positive.
Right. And also that's one aspect of the Read with MEAC, but also MEAC hosts a college fair.
Yes.
So there's other things going on. Okay, that may be the younger kids, but for the high school students, what's the college fair about?
Well, college fair, we have our 13 outstanding academic institutions to come to the tournament and set up in the exhibition hall of the Scope. And what they'll do is have these high school students come in, and they're able to visit all the 13 colleges. They have the opportunity to get admission right there at the event, or even maybe win a scholarship while they're there.
Wow. I know one year I was there and there were students, I think it was Florida,
A&M?
Florida A&M. They were giving out scholarships and ringing the bell and making so much excitement. So kids started flocking over there to see just what was happening.
Yes.
So they're actually giving scholarships on the spot.
Yes. We want people to know Our MEAC schools, they're great academic institutions. We have a lot to offer, and this is a great way to see all 13 institutions in one place.
So how do they feel about coming here, doing these college fair with our students?
Well, it's a great opportunity for them, our institutions, to reach the students here in this area all in one day, which is a great thing, and to see what the city of Norfolk has to offer.
And then also, too, the students, they're going to be involved in MEAC that week. What will they be doing?
What we do is the top male and top female readers will be ball boys, ball girls. We'll also recognize the students during the halftime of the March 8th game. And so they'll be able to be seen, be recognized for their great achievement.
So the announcement of the winners, will that happen at one of the MEAC games, or will you come to the school and say, hey, you won? How is that going to work?
So this year we will be having celebration at the winning school. So we'll bring a DJ, we'll bring the student athletes to come and mingle with the students, as well as the mascot. So that'll be a big difference from what we've done in the past.
So how do you see this partnership progressing in the future?
I hope that this continues. I think the MEAC schools enjoy doing a Read with the MEAC. It's one of the things that they're very proud of, especially Commissioner Dennis Thomas. That's one of his pride and joys, is the Read with the MEAC program. So we anticipate continuing the program and making it bigger and better.
And I'm sure the kids are participating every year, because I know it's got to be exciting being a ball boy or girl.
Oh, yes.
and being at the game and all that excitement and getting exposed to the collegiate level.
Yes, yes. And for them to see that not only is the athletic aspect, but the academic aspect, all that plays together.
Great. Well, thank you for coming on the show again and sharing Read with MEAC with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
We want to thank you for watching NPS Now. It airs weekly on WNPS Channel 47, or you can view us online at www.npsk12.com. If you have any great story ideas or information you'd like to share, email us at nps_news@npsk12.com. Again, we want to thank you for watching NPS Now.